Hi everyone, so this is going to be a very quick review of the Wicked theatre production that I saw in London last night with my friend. So I saw this in London Victoria for Wicked, so beautiful theatre, and I got it for a really cheap price. So me and my friend were able to get $40 per ticket last night. So really great seats, kind of at the top at the back, but to the side. But yeah, really great view I think, and for that price, I thought it was a bargain. So this is going to be a really quick review of the Wicked theatre production. And so obviously it's kind of trending at the moment with the movies. So yeah, it's a perfect timing to see this really. So yeah, first thoughts, I actually saw this as a kid when I was younger or when I was a teen. So at the time, I actually don't remember a lot of it when I was a teen. It was such a long time ago. But yeah, I think at the time I didn't enjoy it at the past because to me it was a bit girly, to be honest. But now, as a fully grown adult, matured a lot, I absolutely love this production, this storyline. Really appreciated the storyline now that I've matured. I kind of understand how some of the characters feel within the play, and also appreciate the effort that goes into production. It was a beautiful set, really great design, really great costumes. All the characters played really well. The singing was really great. Yeah, in terms of the storyline, it's basically about the origin of the Wicked Witch of the West. I also haven't seen the Great Wizard of Oz films, but essentially, yeah, it's the origin story of the Wicked Witch of the West. And yeah, so the Wicked Witch of the West, which is Alphaba, which is her name, she plays a more like a down-to-earth character, and which you wouldn't expect with a stereotype of the witch, an evil witch essentially. So she plays a really nice, down to earth person that's gotten like tough luck in her life, having like just been born with green skin basically. And yeah, you kind of understand her as a character if you're an older adult. You kind of understand her feelings and frustrations of being like kind of bullied because she's got green skin essentially and being marginalized in society. So there's a lot of frustration for her growing up. And then on the opposite side is Galinda, and she is a blonde, very pretty woman, and she becomes really good friends with Alphaba, even though Galinda's kind of like the opposite. She's like very dainty, very superficial, constantly kind of society kind of use her in a very positive light based on her appearance, and she's got everything given to her on a plate essentially, which is the opposite of Alphaba. And so even though these two characters completely clash, and see, I met both of them in terms of personalities, I do prefer Alphaba. Like I wouldn't necessarily hang out with someone of Glinda's personality. So even though they're two personalities that clash, they do become good friends despite this because of essentially the circumstance that brings them together. So they do become like really good friends and kind of bonded as sisters really for this. So yeah, it kind of goes through the origin story. It's really interesting to see how the characters are made up in terms of the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, etc., and how that all comes to fruition. But yeah, it was a really good production in terms of also the storyline and also the singing involved. The singing was incredible. Like I really enjoyed listening to it. The tunes of it wasn't as girly for me. It was a bit girly still, but I appreciate it more as a grown adult rather than just thinking as a teenager, oh, this is too girly for me. But I appreciate the music and the singing a lot more this time round. So yeah, it was a really good production storyline. So one thing is particularly singing at the beginning, it's kind of difficult to make out some of the words they're saying, maybe because there's too many people singing at once. You kind of don't know what words they're saying. You just kind of just appreciate the music rather than the words. But yeah, the singing was good, and you do have to listen carefully with the songs just to understand what's going on, because sometimes if you miss like a beat or a tune or chorus, like it kind of affects the storyline a little bit. So you have to pay very close attention to the words that they're singing a lot of the time. But as I mentioned, the singing was fantastic. The music was fantastic. It's a live orchestra, a great production, great theatre. But yeah, I really recommend you see it, especially with the movie coming out recently. But yeah, it's a great production. Yeah, I'd give this a A for this. Thank you.